my channel. Today I will be making another one of my soaps, a melt and pour this time. Let's get into it. So today I'll be making a melt and pour. This is an olive oil based soap, and I'm just chopping it up in slices just to get it to a good size so that it can melt pretty easily. And when I'm making my soaps, I would have designated materials for just soap making, because you don't really want to go back and forth with the utensils that you cook with or whatever materials you cook with to go back to the soap, because you may cross contaminate or get any type of ingredient somebody may be allergic to that you cook with in the soap, and that can be a big problem. You don't want that. So here I'm just throwing them in a pot to get ready to melt it. And this process here would be called the double boiler method. It's when you put a type of silver, ceramic, metal, probably even glass object on top of your boiling water, and you put your oils into it to let it melt. Oils, or in this case my soap base, to let it melt. And I typically would put it on say 7, just to get I would turn the stove on 7 ASAP just to get a fast boil, because I don't want to keep turning on the stove, and all that time and power adds up. So I would just hit it one time with a good high boiling heat, around 7ish. Sometimes I just put it on high, but it depends. But I'll put it on around 7ish, let it sit and boil. And this probably took I want to say 10 minutes, or no more than 10 minutes to melt completely. And you can see that they almost about completely melted the soap, and I'm just mixing it. As you can see, it looks like bubbles or some type of residue that comes from the soap base that forms on the top or around on the bottom. I don't really know what it is. I think it's probably just the soap, and it needs to be mixed in very well, because it kind of cleared up at the end. But here I use eucalyptus inside of my soap. I blend the leaves, and I blend it very small, and then I would kind of strain it with the little metal strainer to get all the small pieces into a bowl to separate the big pieces. And I just went ahead and poured it in. But here you can see that the white stuff is kind of almost gone, and this is how small I kind of wanted the eucalyptus leaves. Then I just pour it in and mix it, and stir well so that everything's incorporated throughout the whole batch. And here I just grinded up some gold flakes, and let me tell you, ladies, so when you soaping, you live and you learn. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So the material that these gold flakes are made with, it's it isn't natural, for one. So I noticed that when I put in the soap and when I used the bar afterwards, it looked good and stuff, but over time, as you leave the soap in the shower, you notice that the gold flakes would tend to get kind of rusty in a sense. But note to self, never put it inside the soap. I just put it on top. And here I'm pouring it inside my soap mold. It looks so beautiful though. And here is the finished product. So I let this sit for overnight and then I cut it in the morning. But here's the leftovers that I couldn't fit in the mold. I just put it in a little soap mold. And here you can see the gold flakes on top. They work wonderful on top rather than in. But this is the finished product of my soap. Thank you so much for watching and being with me until the end of the video. I hope you guys learned something new, because I do every time I make soap. But thank you. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.